We heard about Ranching for Profit from a friend of ours in the Northwest who had gone to the school a couple years ago and said that that's kind of what revolutionized his world, and then slowly have become more acquainted. We went to a workshop last year, I guess that was, in Valentine, Nebraska, just to a one-day workshop. And then this year, in starting our business, that's what determined that we absolutely had to come to the school.
I'd kind of had it with various speakers we had been to where I'd go home wondering, well, what am I going to do with that, or not sure that really applies. But after the one-day workshop, it was obvious we had to do this if we were going to, if we were truly going to make a business and a profit out of this.
Yeah.
It was,
I couldn't agree with that more, is that, yeah, it is the big pill to swallow as far as what all it's going to take. But when you look at what's on the line we lost over $100,000 last year. So it is well worth the investment to figure out how to make a worthwhile and profitable business and take away the stress that we carry in order to build that.
It becomes real obvious right away that everybody here has decided that they need something more. They need to turn their place into a business, and it's obvious that they've began looking at it that way and only got so far.
Yeah, for myself, at first because we're on separate teams, so that kind of expands how many people that you get to meet and interact with and how many ideas you get bounced off of you. And at first I was kind of disappointed that there weren't other yearling people on my team and that there weren't people similar to me and could relate with my needs or my concerns. And by the end of the week I realized that that's what made it so great, was that hearing from people totally different from me brought in a different perspective. If I'd have had 5 other clones of me sitting at my table, I wouldn't have gotten anything out of it to the same extent that I did.
4 years of education, I think I learned more I learned more in 1 week than I did in 4 years.
I think the difference is two-part. I think, first of all, like I said, the instructors care way more in your success. And you do have success on the line. It's not some theoretic future, that coming here now that we have our own business. I mean, it is our skin in the game. But also having the teams and having the resources of the 5 other people sitting at the table with you to bounce ideas off of and talk to you about the concepts that we went over throughout the week. I think that's completely invaluable. And that's part of what makes this so much more successful and sink in so much better than a 4-year degree.
Well, I kind of thought at first that the economic and the financial aspect of it was all we really needed, but after going through the whole course, you realize it doesn't work like that. You have to have every aspect, from the land to your family dynamic to, or it all doesn't work. It's all one piece. You can't pick and choose what you want out of this and think that those are going to work without the whole process. Absolutely, it's critical. It's critical. I think any ranching business, the whole family should be here. It's absolutely vital.
I think that tight spots that we would get into at home when we were trying to work on the business, when we thought we understood what that meant, is that one of us would have a knowledge base about something, or someone else would be really excited about a subject, and we would try to share that with each other, and we'd be coming from totally different places and not have the same basic understanding. And so now, coming to the school together and hearing the same things, even though we each interpret things differently, we at least have the same base. And I feel like that's going to really help us out in the future. I can't imagine, like, had one of us come to the school and then going home and trying to convey that experience. Not only your team dynamic and the information and just how the whole week goes and what it felt like. I mean, from the turmoil to the excitement, if you can't share in that, I think you're at a disadvantage.
If you're a young
Absolutely.
couple or family wanting to get into agriculture, you can't find a better investment in your future.